What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, and yeah, I was planning on releasing this video yesterday, but uh, I ended up recording this Anime Monday podcast for today, and I had to edit it, and I also got caught up watching the NBA All-Star Game, so it's gonna just happen today. But without further ado, this is the updated deck profile for the Invoked Winged Dragon of Ra deck with Shaddolls and now Dogmatica. This is kind of my definitive version. If you don't like the Dogmatica stuff, you can just take it out and probably just go off the list on the last deck profile that I did. But for me, this is what I use. Starting off with your couple of bricks is the Elemental Hero Neos and the Rainbow Dark Neos, which is the target for the Neos Fusion. I do like to main this because I would say against casual strategies, it has a wider range of usability on it. It's also like Rainbow Neos is just a really good card, so that's why I use it. But this is obviously one of the prime targets for you to switch something out, like your Nibiru's, and like depends on if you need to be more reactive or proactive when you're playing your duels. But I would say Rainbow Neos has more versatility and usability than Nibiru, the primal being, like ever does. Because every matchup, you're not going to need Nibiru, but when you do, I mean, you've seen it. I've shown you videos of me citing it in, so. Two Guardian Slime. I've taken out the Tour Guide of the Underworld package, obviously in favor of Ecclesia and all that. So you're not seeing this as often, but still I think it's a decent card to have in your hand, and Egyptian God Slime is just a decent card too. And like Ecclesia allows a lot of, like, these all kind of special summon themselves as well. So I mean, I get it that it would probably be better to have this in your hand more often, but I think it's okay for what it is. The 2 Winged Dragon of Ra, you can't run this at 1 because Ancient Chant has to search, so you don't really have a choice. The one Kaiju is, I mean, Kaijus are just kind of good cards, but one of the, I think it's, let's see, yeah, I think it's you. Shikanaga uses an Earth monster, so that's why I use it. The 3 Ecclesia and the 1 Fleur de Lis. I've seen some players like play 3 Disciple the Deer and like 1 Ecclesia and 1 Dragon with Punishment. I mean, I guess you could do that too, and maybe add some more hand traps. I'm not sure, but I'd rather kind of just be able to see this more often, in my opinion. The 3 Alistair the Invoker. I don't think I need to go over why Alistair the Invoker is good. And here's my Shaddoll package. I think it's probably smaller and different for most people's, but the Neo Shaddoll Aerial is a great way to banish cards from your opponent's graveyard. Shaddoll Beast, clearly quite good. It's a draw 1. The Shaddoll Dragon helps return a card to the hand if it's flip summoned, or if it's sent to the graveyard, it can pop a spell or trap, which is very nice. Performance Tricklon helps trigger Guardian Slime by its own effect. It's like one of the only cards in the game that actually does that for you. The Shaddoll Windy is a great way to get tribute fodder on the field for the Winged Dragon of Ra, and defensively. And Shaddoll Falco special summons itself. And then I was, as I was mentioning earlier, the Neos Fusion, the 3 Disciples of the Nadir. I still like Raigeki, Harpy's Feather Duster, of course. I think everybody's maining at this point. The 3 Shaddoll Fusion, and a Dark Hole. The great thing about this kind of OTK deck, or whatever you want to say, when it comes to this is, there's no restrictions about the way you attack somebody. Like, if you attack someone straight on and win the game, then you do. It's not like you can't attack directly. I only run 1 invocation. I think that's a pretty rare. If someone ghost mansions you, you'll have to banish your Alistair the Invoker with your own aerial. That's like one of the outs. Again, you probably want to run this at 2, but 1 is fine for me, and it has been so far. The 3 Ancient Chant to search your Winged Dragon of Ra and help you tribute summon again. The 1 Blaze Cannon you saw in yesterday's video, or a couple days ago, where I outed the true king of all calamities. The 3 Magical Meltdown, 1 Dragon with Punishment, or Dogmatica Punishment, and the 1 Shaddoll Rock that you can get to your hand by sending the App Cologne to the graveyard, and being able to basically Shaddoll Winda your opponent during their turn. In the extra deck, I have a Rainbow Neos, I have an Egyptian God Slime, a Shikanaga, an Invoked Mikaba. These are all like 1-ofs, I think they all are. The 1 Shaddoll Construct, the 1 Titan Clad, the Ash Dragon. Now I have Invoked Augustus, or Egodis. I don't know what it is. Pretty good versatile card, and great for, because you can banish and it gains attack. So if you have a Rainbow Neos in the graveyard, obviously it's going to be a pretty big boy. The one Invoked Purgatrio, one of the most underrated cards in the Invoked engine. The Shaddoll App Cologne, the Winda, the Elder Entity Ness, which can be sent off as Discipled Endear to pop a card. I like running Wind Pegasus, being able to shuffle a card. It's actually any card too, which is kind of insane. It's really good in my opinion. The one Predaplate Burn Anaconda to use the Rainbow Neos off of. The Secure Gardena. This is, I think we all know what these two cards are used for, the Secure Garden and the Salamangreat Almirage. Onto the side deck, this is what I'm running. I'm running 3 Nibiru, 3 Lancia, 3 Droll Lockbird, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and 3 Evenly Matched. I would say that's a pretty standard side deck, nothing too spicy, but there's a lot of versatility in this deck, so I think these cards alone, are good enough to be in the side. Other than that, that's going to do it for this updated deck profile for today. Check out my Anime Monday if you guys like. It's just every single Monday, Kevin and I will be releasing a new podcast about something we're watching in anime at the time. But other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and hope you have an absolutely wonderful night.